Life attracts like. I want to pull cards on today. Damn, Two of Cups in reverse. That's spirit. Spirit literally just said, "Let it go. Let it go. Let it go." Four of Pentacles. Hold your energy back. Stop holding on to this situation. It's out of alignment. It's not mutual. It's not something that's not being reciprocated. It could be a job, y'all. This could be a person. This could be a friendship. It's a situation where you are holding on to it, but it is not giving you what you need and what you require. And I feel like with the sun energy, God is illuminating what you need to do to bring balance into your life. You got to make a difficult decision. Two of Swords. Somebody, it's stalemate energy, it's stuck energy. You do have to make a decision, but it's something that you really just don't want to do. And I get that. I feel like this is where I am too. That's why I pulled the energy with only a few of us in here, because I don't mind being a part of a small collective. But when I be having all the people in here, hell no. I don't want to. Don't add me to that. Two of Cups in reverse. Something is just, it's not mutual. It's unrequited. You give more. You do more. The decision is up to you. The Lovers, heavy on the decisions. It's up to you. It's whatever you want. Do you want to burn yourself out? Do you want to be in a situation where you're constantly giving and somebody's constantly rejecting you? Or something's constantly rejecting you? That's like working a job. You always signing up for overtime. You overachieving. Like the reason why, okay, I do know that my job is not my end all be all. And so, you know, I have other things going on in my life. But I most definitely am valued for what I bring to the table. I'm rewarded for being number ones on my team. They always shout me out. They always make sure to let people know that I'm number one. Like today they had me record a video for best practices to help other representatives who aren't doing well at their job. So, you know, when you do what you're supposed to do, like my job, we have award ceremonies. They pay for us to go on trips and stuff. So it's like I can deal with that. It's reciprocal. I do my job. Y'all reward me for doing my job. Not only do I get paid for doing my job, but I get extra incentives for doing my job. Tell me, so, ooh, girl, give me that job. It's here where I live. I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure they got it everywhere. Hit me up on the back end. But anywho, in relationships, that might have one where you at. We'll talk on the back end. You gotta message me. I ain't saying it while I'm on live because I don't know who listening to me. People be watching me and it's weird. But when it comes to relationships, friendships, whether it's family, you will find yourself in situations where it's unrequited, where you pour and then people don't even say thank you. Thank you for being a good friend. Thank you for always answering. Thank you for, whenever I need you, you call you. When I call you, answer. You give good advice. Now I can't relate because I cut bitches off. You're not gonna keep calling my phone with sad stories every other day, trying to figure out what God want me to tell you. If you shut the fuck up and listen, you will hear what God's trying to tell you. And not to tell myself that sometimes as well. Like, I don't need to outsource. I don't need to call 6 or 7 people. I don't need to book a reading. I just need to sit with myself long enough to understand and hear what God is telling me. And I will tell people that. Stop calling me, asking me what to do. Ask God. I would dead ass tell people. Because you're not gonna misuse me, nor are you going to idolize my advice in place of God. No. Go talk to God about it. I tell y'all that when y'all book readings. Not y'all, but when people come book with me, I don't want your money. Did you ask God first? Or are you depending on me to tell you what you already know? Let's reach the flash gift call. That's why I like lunchtime. I like my little lunch lives because I can say what I want to say. Talk how I want to talk. But I do feel like in order to bring balance into your life, it's not the okay, so with the Two of Swords, I feel like you may not even be aware of who needs to be released. Like, I don't feel like you see or understand the detriment of how it's affecting you in your forward movement by releasing certain people and things. Like, you be like, oh, why I gotta leave my job? Like, I could just start the business on the side and then like work on that on the side. But God, like, no, if you really want, like, if you prayed and asked me for financial freedom, I'm providing the outlet for you, but you don't even want to let go of what's in place of your next blessing. So sometimes you can't even receive what God is trying to give you, or the better, because you too afraid to let go what's already there, or you don't realize it. Not even, and for some of y'all, it's not even fear. You just like discernment, so you don't even have the capacity at a spiritual level to grasp that has served its purpose. Because I wonder if this is about me, baby. If it's hitting, if you feel conviction is not about feeling. Conviction does not equate to guilt. Conviction is, I'm doing something, and then when I'm aware of it, it makes me feel uneasy. Conviction is just awareness. So when you are aware of what you are doing, you got to do something about it. Now, there are some forms of conviction that do bring about guilt, because you have done something that is outside of your moral code, if you have one. But for the most part, yeah, not a hit. Yeah, exactly. And to sum it all up, a hit dog will holler. But and I say it's okay, meaning having conversations like this make it okay, because not only do you know it subconsciously, but now you have somebody telling you. So now you got to do something about it. Like, you got to do something about it. That's why I say choosing this path means that you have to continue to choose it. You don't get to stop choosing. And a lot of people, while a lot of people say, oh, I tried spirituality and it was demonic. No, it made you look at yourself. You didn't like what you saw. You didn't want to make the necessary changes. So you are comfortable with hiding behind something that doesn't push you to grow. Will you grow at some type of speed and rate, at an accelerated rate? No. Oh shit. I wonder why they put it all the way up like that. That's crazy. At an accelerated rate? No. I have attachment issues. Honestly, I was just talking about this childhood trauma, and that's why a lot of us are still, or mainly everybody on this earth that's walking, is still healing some type of childhood trauma, because at some point, some way, some shape, some form, we are conditioned to do things in a way that we as children aren't comfortable with. So then you step outside of yourself, you step outside of your knowing and conform to somebody else's. And that's never going to sit right with you until it's brainwashed you. And now you conform to something outside of you. So now you have to unlearn what you've been conditioned into. Is weird. So in some way, shape, or form, we all have attachment issues. We only cling onto things because we feel like this is the only opportunity, or we feel like this is as good as it gets, or we feel like if we let it go, what will be better? Will I get better? Well, that's not really your place or stance. Your only place and stance is to trust that God is going to give you better. And I feel like it's far more easier to trust that God will give me better than to trust what I've been doing and it hasn't been producing the results that I require. And I feel like that's why God laid it on my spirit to release something today. And I'm gonna be real, I feel like what God is calling me to release is not easy. It's absolutely not, because it's one of those things that comes with a lot of great benefits, but it's still missing things that will bring me the level of fulfillment that I need at a soul level. And I feel like that's where most attachments get us. Like, we start weighing the good and we start weighing the pros and cons, and then it'll put you in a position to where it's like, well, yeah, I don't get this, but I get that. And it's like, you now, I don't know, I'm just never been the type to pick and choose. Like, I don't want to pick and choose my goods. Like, if it's gonna be good, it's gonna be great. Because from my perspective, when people are with me and around me, it's not this or that. Like, if I'm not in the mood to do something, I'll tell my friends, hey, listen, I'm not in the best energy. How about we do it a different day? Because I'm not having the best day right now. I don't want to project. So let me just catch you on a better day. Like, I just always show up as my best self. I always give my best self. So it's just like, why would I don't know. So if I'm in a position where it's like, That's okay. So let's say I'm getting dinner with a friend and they tell me they're in a bad mood. I could be like, well, at least I still get to be around somebody. It's like a piece is better than nothing, or something's better than nothing. And I don't really like that mindset, because then you limit yourself. Then you start selling yourself short. Then you start thinking small. Like, I don't know, everything about taking the lesser is just, it just makes me feel weird. I only want what's best for me. I only want the best. I am the best. The best deserves the bestest. Like, that's how I had to start thinking, and it comes off as cocky, but really what it is confidence. And when you know you deserve what's best, when you know that God has promised you life and more abundantly, you will stop taking the breadcrumbs. Me and my friends was just talking about this. Y'all seen that Nicki Minaj video? She was like, if I would have accepted the pickle juice, I would still be drinking pickle juice. And it's like, no, facts. Like, if you accept what people give you, that's all you will ever have. Like, so you got to think about it like that. If you accept what people give you, that's all you will ever have. Like, so don't be trying to trick yourself into, oh, if I just wait a little bit longer. So, and that's why I ask y'all, because I seen, and it's a great question to ask. How much time are you willing to waste? So when you think about things like that, if you call yourself waiting on something, or you feel like it's going to turn around, you're trying to be optimistic, or, you know what I'm saying? Certain situations, pessimism is allowed. Like, certain situations, pessimism is allowed if you're gonna do something about it. Otherwise, shut up. But if you're gonna do something about it, it's allowed. Otherwise, your optimism is just like hoping and dreaming. So yeah. And I just never seen where I let go of something that wasn't good for me, and God was just like, well, shit, that's all I had for you. No, it's always going to get better, because the universe, like, you got to think about what abundance means. When we think about abundance, we feel like it's automatically associated with money. But abundance is what, I mean, if that's what abundance is to you. But the true meaning of abundance is to have more, is overflow. That's what abundance truly means. That means never running out, never lacking, never in need of. So what that can look like is, you may have only had enough money to pay all your bills and eat every single day. You pulling more cards or channeling, because it's coming straight from God. So even if I did pull cards, the same thing will come out. It already came out. I've already pulled cards. It's already there. God already told y'all the reason why you can't get what it is that you want, because you don't want to make decisions to temper your life. It's either because you don't see it, you choosing not to see it, you enjoy being blind, you're okay with walking around with a blindfold because you get a thrill out of having somebody else guide you. Take it how it resonates. Whatever your situation is, either way, being blind is a choice here. Two of Swords is cool and all, because it's like, oh, you got this decision to make and it's really hard to make it, but it's only hard because you made it hard. It's only hard because you're choosing to look at it as if it's hard. Like, you could either like fucking move the rock out the way, you can climb over the rock, you can dig a hole and, like, I don't know, bury the rock and then put the dirt back on it and then walk over it. You either, like, which hard you gonna choose? But it's only hard because you're thinking about it like that. If you get the shit done before you know it, you look back like, ugh. Exactly. But you're blind by choice. You don't want to see it. You know what? You want to know what's crazy? The Two of Swords did come over the sun. God say it's been illuminated. You just choosing not to see it. You see how the girl blind? Like, Two of Swords, most of the time in Two of Swords, depends on how the artist dictates the illustration, but, or displays the illustration. But most of the time, the Two of Swords, it shows blindness. But I feel like it's by choice. Like, we be making excuses for stuff. Like, you know how it is when people be saying, like, when bitches be acting funny and you be thinking to yourself, like, is this hoe being funny? So you'll be like, nah, she can't be being funny. No, your intuition was right. The hoe is being funny. What you gonna do about it? You gonna keep hanging out with them because they like to turn up and drink? Or every time you go out, the section is paid for it? It's just like, I don't like, the evidence is there. What are you going to do about it? Like, the shit really be in our face, and we just will ignore it because we will provide excuses or ultimatums like, well, The job really do get on my nerves, but at least I get a paycheck. That's so fucking bare minimum and lack to me. Like, that is like, it don't even sound right. I don't even like being around people that talk like that. Because then when I start talking like this, oh, you too spiritual. No, you're too dull. You're too dense. You're too in the world. You're too lame. You're too whack. Yes, everything is right there. Yeah, it seems hard to make the right decision. When you think about things in the means of right and wrong, that'll hold you up too. I stopped thinking about whether something was right or wrong. I'm doing it because I feel like it. Like, I trust my gut more than I trust what I can even see. That's why y'all ever heard believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. Y'all ever heard that expression? That believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. Because even your own brain will deceive you. Your own mind, like your own brain even suppresses traumatic experiences just so that you can have enough, what is it, like oxytocin to thrive and not like throttle into depression or something like that. Like, yeah, that's how your brain is set up. So it will deceive you. It will, yeah. Mm-hmm. She told me, yes, preach. It's the truth though. Oh, thank you, boo. Thank you for your chat. Thank you for your heart me. But 4.4K likes and 44 heart me's. 44, 44. Divinely protected. Divinely protected. And I lead with that. And if I'm divinely protected, that means I can't make a bad decision. I can't make a wrong decision. Because what I do know is that if I do not make a decision of my highest good, it's only going to put me in a position to make a better decision for my highest good. How could you not see it like that? People be so stuck on, oh, what if I made the wrong decision? How about if you don't decide at all? You just gonna stay stuck. That's why I don't like the Two of Swords. Because if you don't do nothing, you either gonna shit on the pot or you gotta get the fuck off. Like, if you ain't pissing, get off. If you ain't shitting, get off. You gotta do something. Like, otherwise, you just gonna be stuck. That's why I don't like the Two of Swords. Because to be blind is a choice. You understand that there is something that you need to do. You're just choosing not to. You're literally choosing not to. Well, I don't know which one. I'm too afraid to make the wrong decision. I'm scared that I might fuck up. I'm scared that you might still be stuck on that decision 5 years from now. Because that's what delay looks like. That's what stagnation looks like. That's what fear looks like. Like, you so scared of making the wrong decision that you won't do nothing at all. Please. I'd rather fuck up, be put in a position to do better, than to not do nothing at all. And what's crazy is the things that y'all doing now not even serving y'all. The Two of Cups is in reverse. It's not giving you anything. It's not pouring into you. And if anything, you spend more time thinking about how the fuck you gonna get out the situation. And if you're spending time on an evacuation plan, or how the fuck you gonna get out of this, or what it might look like if you leave this, you need to leave it. Whether it's a relationship, the job, the family, I don't give a fuck. The apartment complex, the mortgage, the vehicle. If you got in it, you can get out of it. I swear, I promise you, it's always a way out. You better figure out a loophole. You better start talking to people. You better open your mouth and speak, and stop letting shame and guilt dictate what you choose to share, please. Because then it be the times where you open your mouth and speak, where somebody can be like, oh my god, I went through that too, and in this situation I did this and this. Me and my friend literally just talked about this the other day when we went and got coffee. She bought her first house and used her military benefits. And she sold the house because it was costing her too much money to rebuild the house. Went down there to the VA, started talking to the people about her benefits and stuff like that. And they were like, we give grants basically remodel homes. Yeah, renovation. That's the word I was looking for. They have renovation grants. Had she talked before she made that decision to release it, I mean, yes, she would have known that. But at the end of the day, you either gonna shit it out the pot. Either way, she still learned something. So yeah, maybe not the best decision, but now she can make a better decision with what she learned. So it's like, if you stop looking at things like good or bad, then everything is just, every moment is an expansive opportunity to know yourself. Tony Jones said that in the song. Every moment in time is an expansive opportunity to know how worthy you are of more. Like, think about it. Because once you learn something, once you know something, then you kind of understand your value. I know y'all done did things before and got away with it. And you like, oh shit. And it makes you feel more confident. Because you like, oh shit, like, it worked. I gotta, not even like got away, it's like you did something bad. But it's like, it really worked. Or I'm not even qualified for this job, but I want to interview and I got the job. Like, that's a confidence booster. That what somebody else would have to go the extra mile for, it was given to you. I'm just saying, y'all. That's why God won't let me settle in relationships anymore. And it does make me think like, damn, like how many frogs are out there? But I'm keep my cookie to myself. Just, enjoy conversation, platonic conversation. You know what I'm saying? And when the right person come along, it'll make sense. It'll start clicking. It'll get to a point where you don't even have to say what you need or what, of course nobody can read your mind, the magician, but with the Ten of Swords, you got to understand that, yeah, you might have to, I like this Ten of Swords because there's no actual like betrayal that leaves you down and out. It's just like certain lessons, certain losses that only put you in a position to manifest better. You are the co-creator of your life. You have not because you ask not. So every time you feel like you got to walk away from something, put an end to something, leave something alone, grieve a situation, only puts you in a position to ask God for more. More. Because you got to think, more life and more abundantly, which means that it's never running out. There's never too much. There's never a favor too big. There's nothing where you be like, oh my God, what if God don't want to give me? How do you know? Did you ask? The only stupid question is the one that you don't ask. Facts. The right person will accept your boundaries. Absolutely. So I feel like that's why I got a little emotional today, because I'm like, damn, that's the Ten of Swords though. Like, some things that you will be called to release will hurt. The Tower, sudden insight. That shit will have you thinking like, damn, I really gotta leave some shit alone. The Five of Swords is about walking the fuck away. But more importantly, Queen of Swords, setting your motherfucking boundaries, even if it don't feel good. Because the Eight of Swords is like, that shit got you so much in your head. You like, damn, is this too hard? Am I too strict? Is the program too straight? Am I being too hard on myself? Am I being too hard on other people? Trust me, I get it. Trust. 11, yeah, 11, 11, 12, 12, 12, 14, 14. All the signs and synchronicities gonna always be there. You know what need to be there? Your mind, your spirit, so that you can make decisions that are conducive to your growth. And understand that there is no such thing as fucking up, making a bad decision. It's only going to be an opportunity for you to learn more about yourself, what it is that you really don't like. Yeah, I want to cry too. I told y'all when I started, I said, damn, I want to cry. I don't know why I've been wanting to cry. Spirit say, yes, you and your Empress energy, you are attracting at this time with I think that's a magnet. Yeah. You are in your Empress energy. You can attract whatever it is that you want, but you got to make a choice. The Seven of Cups. You have to make a choice. You have to decide which cup you want to drink from. You can't drink from them all at the same time. You can't. You just can't. You can only drink from one cup at a time. Which cup are you going to choose? And stop looking at it as, oh, if I drink from this cup, then I'm missing out on it. Then you end up not doing nothing because you too busy fixated on what you can't do. How about what you can do? You can tackle them bitches one at a time. One at a time. Nine of Pentacles. Because Spirit say whatever you touch turns to gold. So you worried about the wrong thing. Like, I know this not my end all be all job, but I make good ass money in this motherfucker. I know this not my end all be all. I know God has called me to do so much more. But because I show up, because this is where God, or where I choose to be in this season, it's going to work out for me. Does that not mean that there is something way better on the other side? Absolutely. I done channeled the whole time. I already gave you words, Bookie. You giving to a source now. I done already told you, and you still stuck because you choose to be. You know exactly what it is you need to do. You just don't want to. Good morning. You don't want to do what God called you to do. King of Swords, you need to be honest with yourself about people and attachments. Two of Pentacles, you juggling right now. The only reason why you choosing or why you juggling is because you attach to certain things that you need to let go of. Devil energy. It's things that make you feel good. Things that bring some sort of nostalgia to you. You need to make the decision to let it go. That's on you, boo. Yeah. But grief is natural. Grief is natural. The only reason why grieving seems so difficult is because it's one thing to grieve what's no longer here, like physically, but then it's another thing to grieve what doesn't necessarily have an expiration date, but you kind of dictated that. Like, it always hurts more when you choose to end it. Yeah, but hey, on the other side of that, you get to say that's just a part of life. You just got to stop thinking about it like that. Every relationship isn't going to work. That don't mean you hold on to it because you're too scared to let it go. That's fear. And I will say only bad shit can come out of fear, because it's fear. God didn't give you the spirit of fear, so if God didn't give it to you, it sounds like man-made or something. I don't want shit that a man made. And I mean anything that's man-made, I almost don't want it. It's getting down to the food. I'm talking about down to the food. I'm like, damn, a bitch need a farm. God, like, please, like, put me in a position where I have the resources to have my own fucking farm at this point. Like, I'm telling you, I don't want nothing that the world gives. Like this, our whole government is built on fear. The news is built on fear. Social media is built on fear. Like, yeah, you get exposure into other people's lives, but then you also get to see, like, when you first cut on the news, a family of 5 murdered in broad daylight. Who the fuck wants to see that? So now I'm scared to leave my house because I might be next. So what if I am? The one thing I'm promised is death. That's the one thing I know, that once I breathe air into this motherfucker, it's gonna be a day where I no longer do that. So I don't want nothing that the world gives. Nothing. And I pray to God I get to a place where I ain't even gotta travel in this motherfucker. Like, think about it. Hey, K Money. Hey, cousin. Like, imagine running your businesses and you can literally, like, I want to move to another country where I can literally, like, walk to my local market. So I almost just cried and I'm at work. It's okay, because your spirit knows that it's time to release. It's time to let go. And I'm telling y'all, I told y'all, this is the year of the horse, the year of the fire horse. That's what year we're in. And what that means is that you have to you decide what pace you go. That's how horses work, y'all. Horses will go as fast as you tell them to, or as slow as you want them to. You can slow stroll your horse, or you can say, giddy on up. And that motherfucker gonna take off. That's what this retrograde is for. So that's why we're feeling it so intensely. We have a retrograde in Cancer. So you are very in tune with your emotions. You're very in tune with how you feel, with how things make you feel. And it's okay. I remember somebody was telling me that your feelings aren't real. Your feelings are absolutely real, because your feelings are connected to not only your body but your spirit. That is your moral compass. That's your guide that lets you know. Now, there are some times where you can be oversaturated in your feelings, and you have to be able to discern when you are. But your feelings are your compass. They let you know what needs to be released. They let you know what you need to let go of. Hold on. Yeah. Well, that's the problem. When you depend on somebody to be a source of your happiness, that's where you fuck up at. Because soon as they piss you off, your source is no longer your source. That's your problem, baby. That's why God wants you to let it go, because you idolizing that relationship and how happy it can make you. You haven't even done those things for yourself. So, there go your problem. And you know that, but you don't want to do that. Because it's easier to sit in somebody else's presence miserably than to sit in your own. That's why they say misery loves company, because it truly does. It's so easy to be comfortable in the present, because then you understand that we like the fact that people accept us at our miserable state. We like the fact that we know that we're not doing our best, but somebody will love us at that level. I don't want nobody to love me at my worst, because if you love me at my worst, you're comfortable with me being there. You're not even going to encourage me to do better. A lot of people in the world want somebody to find them at their lowest and pick them all the way up. I can't listen. And my friend gave me a great ass analogy. I love this bitch. I got to get her to come on live with me one day. But basically, my same friend is in the military. So her sergeant gave like a tangible analogy. And so basically, they had one of the soldiers stand on a chair, and he said, just stand there, and he pulled the soldier down. Right, easy to pull somebody down. But then he told the soldier, he said, "Okay, now stand back up on the chair." And then he said, "Now try and pull me up." And he struggled. It's so much easier to pull somebody down than it is to pull them up. Hey, hey, love. It's so much easier. So think about things like that, y'all. Misery truly does love company, but you also have to be honest with yourself and tell yourself that I'm not happy. And then you have to be strong enough and bold enough to be this honest with yourself. And that's why I can't fuck with certain people, because you don't want to be real with yourself. I can be real with myself. It don't hurt my feelings. You can't even hurt my feelings, because before you opened your mouth and told me, I was already aware. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. That's why I don't trust people who get easily offended. Why are you offended? Why does the truth offend you? Because you got something going on deeper. You don't want to accept what it is that God has already told you. You don't have a problem with me. You got a problem with God. You trying to figure out why everything around you looks good, but your life is full of shit. Not you, but in general. Like, this is what people deal with. You mad at the world because it seemed like everybody got it all figured out. But the only problem is you haven't made the decisions linear to excellence. It's the truth though, y'all. And I had these same sit downs with myself. Like when I was in college, y'all, I literally moved. I had my own apartment. I was working a good job. I was in a horrible ass relationship. And when I broke up with that man, I just called myself told myself, like, hey girl, you just need to move. You need to just get up and go do something else. Didn't even think to myself, like, you're still in school. You already broke up with the guy. You don't need to move away. You just need to refocus and realign, because you allow something to distract you. Then I allowed that relationship to not only set me back mentally, but then it started setting me back physically, because then I stopped doing the things that God had already called me to do, like finish and get my degree. So now I had a bigger problem on my hands. And I still don't feel like it was a bad decision. I feel like I needed to realize that when I get into relationships, not to pour too much of myself into anything, because if I have to let it go, I want to be able to detach without having to reposition myself. Like, nothing should move you to the point where you gotta like rearrange your whole fucking life. Maybe like refocus, recalibrate, but like rearrange your whole fucking life after something that happened. Man, that's crazy. It was never meant for you to begin with. And the longer you wait, the worse it gets. Absolutely. The longer you wait, the worse it gets. I'm just being honest. I gotta be real with y'all, because too many people are unawakened by choice. You choose not to awaken because it requires too much work. It requires you to release that mindset that you have been conditioned to, that your brain allowed you to settle with, because anything else would require you to work more than you can probably even bear in this time. But that season of being stretched thin will most definitely produce for you. Matter of fact, oh, I love God. I'm getting this download of my pastor. The last time I went to church, she talked about a story in the Bible, and I can't quote, but of course y'all know if I had my other phone, I'll look it up for y'all, for my people who do like scripture. But I forgot who it was, but he went to God had told him to go to this village or whatever, and he said there'll be a lady there that can feed you. So he gets there and the lady's like, I only have enough food to eat for me and my son. I can't feed you. And he said, he said, no, that's not true. He said, God sent me here and God told me that you're gonna have more than enough to feed us for a lifetime. And then in the story in the Bible, they basically, she made the food or whatever, and then it so happened that she had enough for her son, for them, leftovers, and many more to go. And so I say all that to say that we will not. Oh, he said, Elijah, you wanted something? Thank you. I love how y'all. Yes, that's how you pour. That's how you pour. I love to see it. That's how you pour. Amen. Amen. But all that to say that in the seasons where you count yourself less significant, God will use that same situation to overflow. Like, you have to stop thinking about things from a carnal mind, because spiritually, I told y'all, life and more abundantly. Abundantly means never running out, never needing. Lack does not exist in the same room, home, space as abundance. It just doesn't. They don't coexist. Lack and abundance do not coexist. 888. I'm a life path 8. I know, that's why I feel like certain things I had to learn what manifestation truly meant. And I had to learn at a soul level, because I had to start understanding that how I think is how I manifest. If you start thinking like, dang, this not gonna work out. Good morning, sister. If I start thinking like, dang, this not gonna work out, dang, this I gotta take this, or I gotta deal with this for right now. If I teach and train my brain to settle, then I will always calculate my next move to be predictable, to what I can predict, to what I can calculate, not what spirit says, not the miraculous, not the eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard, but from what I can predict. And I don't want nothing at a crime. That's why I say I don't want nothing man-made. And I even mean that in the existence of myself. Like, I don't want what I think is enough. I don't even want what I think is enough. Because you'll start to get to thinking, you'll be like, God, all I need is this. Like that lady, she like, God, if you just let me and my child, the lady in the Bible story, if you just let me and my child eat tonight. And God like, shit, I'm going to make sure y'all eat tonight and plenty more nights. You get what I'm saying? Like, what you be thinking is too much to ask is just not enough. And once you train your mind on what abundance really looks like, you will start manifesting your desires. You'll start walking in the rooms that you really probably not even qualified for with the confidence of a fucking beast. Like, you'll walk in the rooms like, shit, nah, I ain't got no experience in this motherfucker, but I got faith. I got God, and I understand that if I walk out of here without the position, then God is only lining me up for something better. And now I'm going to use this experience and opportunity and take those same skills and go to something else. Like, every time you do an interview, you only get better, because then you start getting a feel of the type of questions they're gonna ask you. Like, maybe you were unprepared, maybe you weren't ready for the questions they was gonna ask, but then you go to a different position, they start asking similar questions, and you already trained for it because you've been there. You got to change the way you think, and it will most definitely shift and shape your reality to what it is that you truly want for yourself. 1414, absolutely. Alignment and protection. When you know that God has already ordained and ordered your footsteps, and that he's already the light to your feet and the lamp to your path, then everything is already, then you start to understand like, damn, I really do just need to walk by faith. I don't have to walk by what I'm seeing or my circumstances. Even in Psalms 91, he tells us, though 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 may fall at your feet, ain't nothing gonna touch you. And when you walk with that confidence and you truly believe those things, I promise you, how you manifest, how you sleep at night, how you walk into rooms, when you getting ready for the day, going throughout your day, you start to shift your perspective. Even like little mishaps, like you already got 3 strikes at your job. Maybe your job do 4 strikes. Fuck yeah, I don't know. But you already on 3 strikes. You just got caught by a train, and that's your 4th strike. You got like, shit, I ain't worried about shit. This my last day in this motherfucker, so it is what it is, guys. You know, I was trying my best. The train came. I was already having a crazy ass morning. I had to get my kids together. They wasn't feeling good. And if your job can understand that, you don't need to be there anyways. It's out of alignment. And what really is the problem? Too many people are comfortable with misalignment. Too many people are comfortable with not being where God has called them to be. And then you blame God for your own mishaps because you chose not to do anything. That's why I don't like the Two of Swords, because you're only stuck because you choose to be. There is no right or wrong decision. There's only an opportunity to grow. Only an opportunity to grow. I wasted 10 years of my life. So you gonna say 10 more? Please. Oh, please. Please. Hey, girl. Hey, love. I've already been here for 10 years. I might as well just stay 5 more to my retirement. Bitch, please. Fuck that retirement. Then as soon as you walk away, you been walked away from bullshit. You walk into a goddamn gold mine. All you had to do was just turn the fuck around. You was drinking from the pickle juice jar. You accepted the pickle juice. So that's all you will ever have. Man, no. God said your vats will overflow. If you keep fucking, you will. Excuse my French, but unless you got fertility issues or something like that. But ain't nothing cute about popping out babies. I can tell you that. I don't care how bad you want to be a mother. You need to go heal. God say you got mother wounds. That's why you want to have a child. You got mother wounds. You need to heal that. Ain't nothing cute about having babies in this economy at all. Thank you. At all. Ain't nothing cute about it. You had a stillborn 3 weeks ago. Exactly. You got mother wounds. You need to go heal. See? I knew it was something you need to heal. People that just be sitting asking if they're going to get pregnant. God knows what you need at this time. That's not what you needed. And I feel like He's going to reveal that to you as well. Exactly. Them soul ties. God knows exactly what you need. Stop looking at it. Change your perspective. Shift your perspective. I hate to be harsh like that, but it's the truth. And I don't pacify. Because when I needed a titty, I didn't have no milk. I'm just saying. But no, it's the truth though, y'all. For real, for real. You got to go heal, love. You got to. It's detrimental to your next level, to what it is that's next for you. You got to stop looking at things like that. You just lost a child. Don't be worried about when the next one coming. Focus on what you need to heal. Focus on your well-being. Am I in a space to raise a child? What does this economy look like? Do I have savings? I feel like what God is doing for you is putting things into perspective. Will you truly prepare for that child? Are you mentally there? You can't be if you ask them the next one coming. Just being real. Heal from what just happened. Process it. Write about it. Journal. Go walking. Get back in the gym. Get your mind right. You are literally about to do a 9-month bid and sacrifice your body. Sacrifice your hormones. Get yourself back right. Go bigger. Go back and get another degree or something. That's what I have for y'all. I hope I was able to put some things into perspective. I feel like I did, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I said, and I'm gonna say it again. There is no right or wrong decisions. There are only opportunities for you to do better. You will only go as far as your faith will allow you to. And if your faith says, I'm gonna stay here because I'm comfortable, that's all you will ever have. I can guarantee you that if you jump, God will catch you. I can guarantee you that God has ordained angels, spirit guides to assist you and guide you and protect you at all times. And for those of y'all, that don't believe me, go read Psalms 91. Read the English Standard Version, because King James, we don't talk that language. We don't talk King James. Go read the English Standard Version or the New Living Translation. Go read Psalms 91 if you think I'm lying.